So this is the part where I talk about the coursework, how I got here, and that kind of thing. And you know, I always go through moments of wondering, will I say everything that I need to? The answer is, of course not. But I'll say what I say, and here it goes. So I think I'll start with Ganesh here. This is a statue of Ganesh. It is a yantra, or a sacred image of Ganesh, the drawing there. For most people, what Ganesh is he's the remover of obstacles. So, you know, like before a kirtan or something like that, or people singing together, they'll say a little Ganesh mantra, remove obstacles, and off they go. And that is a legitimate use of that. And then you dig deeper, and you find out this is one of the ancient ones. This is the Lord of the lower world, with the wrapped underneath here, of our world in the human body, and of the upper world of the elephant. And I'm not going to get into the details of the symbology here. The point that I'm going for is this. This is the Lord of Hosts. This is one of the most ancient ones, whose symbol is the sun, who the Nazis stole as a swastika. It's the symbol of our ancient way. And yet, here I am, taking this video on a phone, which is as powerful as a supercomputer was 30 years ago. This is our world. Things have changed to the point where we need to change, and the change needs to be fundamental and profound. For myself, the path that I've taken is I had a lot of what I thought to be unusual experiences when I was young. And there were 2 libraries in the town that I was in, and I would tell the librarians about some of these things, and one of them showed me a lot of research that was being done on extrasensory perception and things like that. And the other one showed me a lot of material on spirituality and philosophy. And it's interesting, I think maybe that's, you know, those 2 have sort of held me going forward for a long time. I have a master's in psychology with an emphasis in altered states and consciousness. I'm certified as a teacher in the Nath Sampradaya, which is the earliest school of yoga, and Tantric Kriya Yoga, which is a combined school of Indian, Tibetan, and Chinese tantric approaches. In addition, I'm part of a family lineage of Kali, who is a goddess of Tantra, and Dineshwari, who is an abundance goddess of Tantra, and I'm authorized to initiate people in those. So I have this dual tool set here. What do I want to do with it? Okay, I look at the time that we are in right now. I mean, man. May you live in interesting times, I believe, is the curse. Well, I love it, because this is the time when everything that we do is more important. Every move that we take has consequences that it wouldn't in normal times. And I feel that the transition that we need to do now is something really deep. There's a prophecy in Tantric Buddhism. Around the year 700, Padmasambhava, the guy who brought Buddhism to Tibet, he said, there will be a time when iron birds fly, when horses run on wheels, when the Tibetans will be scattered like ants around the world. Then the Dharma, or the Tibetan path, the Dharma will be introduced to the red man, the people in the West. Here we are. This is that time. We are those people, and this is important. So our contribution, for those who are interested in this path, our contribution is to help find the new way. One of the things that I felt has been quite important for some time is that we've run out of frontiers. We have covered the earth. We're in the process of using it up. Our old methods are gone. What do we have that's available? I believe that one of the big things that we've got is to empower women. How can this be? When you take a look cross-culturally. Women are more likely to communicate, they're more likely to nurture, they're more likely to form groups and work together as groups and things like that. Men are more likely to investigate, to explore, to claim territory, and things of that nature. I think we need more communication. I think we need to connect with the living things around us. I think, like Ganesh, we need the Lord of Hosts. We need to cover all the worlds. The tools that Tantra provides in this path of Tantra is those tools will help us experience. So we don't need to get into our heads and tell ourselves stories about what is real. We don't need to get into conceptual or political situations in order to find out what is real. We need to experience. The way that I've been taught, the teacher will show me the technique, say, go explore, have fun. I have things happen to me, I come back, well, this happened. Interesting, okay, keep going. And then finally one day I'll say, well, this is what I saw. Are you sure that's right? Okay, now you're making some progress. This is the next technique for you. Okay, this is an ancient and modern way. This way meets the criteria of not leading the witness, because when we explore these things, we will have things happen that are unusual. And it's going to be very tempting to make stories out of them. We will have things happen that we have never seen before, because much of what happens, once you've been doing these practices over time, much of what happens, it is like the colorblind can start to see color. This world is rich. This world is connected. We belong to each other. You and I, the plants and us, the earth and us, it is all inseparable. But the way there is sometimes rocky and sometimes difficult. It's really good to have people around us who can support us during those times when we are puzzled. Because on one hand, yes, we want this solution or we want that solution. We want to have a wonderful relationship, or we want to be enlightened, or something like that. But all of those are projections from where we are now. We don't know what we want, but if we have the experience, it can show us. This is about having the experience, having each other's back, and working together to find a much more interesting place. Thank you for your time.